hurricanes, land loss.
Every year it's getting worse and worse.
The impact on people and businesses in the Pelican State. Livelihoods hanging by a thread.
It's too hard to make a living.
Je vois une grenouille.
Comment ça va?
Ah, ça va bon, ça va bon.
And those trying to turn the tide before it's too late. Louisiana First Investigates digs deeper tonight in Revoir, Louisiane. Culture, cuisine, and the coast all call Louisiana home. But the many challenges pose a major threat to America's most unique state and its people. Hi, I'm Andrew Epperson, and join us for this Louisiana First Investigates special. Scientists say the state is sinking literally, and without bold action, there's no end in sight. We'll start our special by taking a trip down the bayou, seeing the wildlife already being impacted. Up Bayou Lafourche in Des Allemands, people live like the generations before.
That's some crab traps on top of the little white boat over there.
So do creatures that fly and bite.
Come on, big guy. Come on. Yep, that's him.
Oh, he's coming.
That's the big one. That's Brutus. That's a 13-footer.
Sights and sounds people want to sink their teeth into.
Hurry up. You're pushing the boat out. Hurry up. Come on. Open your mouth.
Arthur Mathern claims he's one of the first airboat tour guides,
It'll take about 2.5 hours to get to the Gulf from here.
where he's lived all his life.
There used to be a little bit of everything. Commercial fishermen, shrimp, crab, made sawshell crab, did airboats on the side. I thought I wanted to retire, but everybody retiring and getting strokes and heart attacks and dying. So it's getting a little scary. I might better say working.
Who could retire from this?
Wow, that was awesome.
But behind this smile is fear. Because it looks a lot different than just a couple decades ago.
It's only going to get worse and worse.
Not too long ago, this area looked mostly like this. You can see all the vegetation here. It's really beautiful. Nowadays, it looks more like this.
It's nice that we're catching redfish and speckled trout closer in, but it's bad because it's killing all the freshwater vegetation that everything else lives in.
Using satellite imagery, U.S. Geological Survey scientists found Louisiana's lost more than 2,000 square miles of land since the 1930s.
Louisiana water levels are already rising because we've been sinking.
Louisiana University's Marine Consortium Associate Professor Alex Kolker says climate change drives much of this land loss. As sea levels rise, these areas are fighting a losing battle.
For people that live and work along the coast, particularly outside the levee system, that means that those areas will flood more frequently.
The levee system, a focus for people in the Bayou region. Scientists say the man-made structures intended to minimize flooding prevent sediment from building the wetlands back up. And water keeps trickling in.
They're trying to bring in these water diversion things in, but that would be like me peeing in an Olympic swimming pool and trying to make it salt water. It's just not enough.
Mathern says this area is sandwiched between multiple levees.
So they put us in a funnel. So if the water can't go where it used to go, got to go where somewhere else. We never flooded in any hurricane ever. Hurricane Ida, we had almost 3 feet of water in the house.
As the waters rise, so do insurance premiums.
Our flood insurance went from under $1,000 to $5,000. Not only did we get flooded, we get slapped in the face with the flood insurance.
The challenges cause many to say au revoir.
In Lafitte, a lot of people left. People that been there their whole life, they 2 and 3 generations of fishermen and everything. They're just up and left. Come here. Come here. Yeah, you want some Fritos?
Natural beauty here long before any of us is disappearing on our watch. Mathern says all he can do is hope. It's saved on our watch, too.
God knows. God knows.
The Coastal Protection and Restoration Authority reports the land loss crisis will only continue without action, estimating flood damages will increase from $15 billion each year to more than $24 billion. Coming up later in Au Revoir, Louisiane.
We either pass it on to our kids
or it leaves the world forever.
Meet a man keeping Louisiana French alive, but after the break.
That basically identifies it as an imported, less expensive product.
Find out how genetic testing affects shrimp prices from the dock to your dinner table. Welcome back to Au Revoir, Louisiana. Louisiana's unique culture and language are steeped in traditions that date back to colonial times. Louisiana and shrimp go together like king cake and Mardi Gras. But nowadays, there's a good chance the shrimp on your plate's from another country, despite our proximity to the Gulf. The impact's being felt on more than just your taste buds. Down Bayou Lafourche in Golden Meadow,
You gotta cut it, prepare it, and close it.
Gerald Griffin
From 5 to 5, I work 12 hours a day.
makes the difficult look easy.
How hard it is to use this? Not hard at all. Put it in your hand and start sewing. It's nothing to use. All it is knots. You gotta know when to go up, when to go down.
Griffin is a self-described net man.
Take you about 3 or 4 days to get a net together.
At Chine's Cajun Net Shop, he embodies a generational trade.
My grandfather was a net man. My dad was a net man. I got 2 or 3 uncles that were net people.
Up and down. Just like the shrimping industry. Once up, now down.
The business is not there anymore. The people ain't getting the price for their shrimp.
The reason? An influx of foreign shrimp.
When they started importing too much shrimp from overseas, that's when the prices went down, and it's just been down ever since. The shrimp prices would go up, things would change a lot. You'd have a lot more business.
We started seeing people losing jobs, losing houses, losing lives because of ridiculously low prices being paid for shrimp.
David and Aaron Williams co-founded Seed Consulting, which tests shrimp at restaurants, festivals, and stores to find out, is the Louisiana seafood really from Louisiana?
People are still expecting that quality Louisiana seafood, especially when it's either on the menu or verbalized by staff. So it might change a little bit in the culture, but the way it's presented to the consumer is, you know, everyone knows their Louisiana seafood, so it's integral to the state.
Seed reports the closer you get to the coast, the better chances you'll get real Louisiana seafood. About 13% of the shrimp tested in Houma, Slidell, and New Orleans was foreign. Baton Rouge, 30%. Less than half the shrimp tested in Shreveport turned out to be wild caught, despite claims to the contrary.
Even if you travel up to northern Louisiana, central Louisiana, the menus aren't going to change and the staff responses aren't going to change.
What has changed, David says, is where the money goes for Louisiana seafood. The answer is not Louisiana.
We saw communities that were once thriving turn into basically ghost towns really, really quickly.
Lawmakers are finally taking notice with new laws to require labeling, and Senate speeches getting plenty of attention.
This is what you could end up looking like if you eat some of the raw, frozen shrimp being sent to the United States by other countries.
Griffin says people are leaving the industry every year, pushed out by economic storms and real ones.
Spider-Man tore us up, lost my roof. This was all gone. I lost the roof on this place here 3 times. Katrina, for Zeta, and then for the Ida. That's 3 times I put a new roof on this building.
But the roof keeps coming back. The nets keep being made. And like the fibers on this net, the people stick together.
That's the one thing about this community here. You kick from the bridge and the roads there coming down, everybody sticks together. Everybody helps each other. It's just a culture from way back when, you know.
just a culture from way back when. It's up to us to decide whether that statement will describe Louisiana these days, too. Seed Consulting continues to expand its work testing shrimp. You just heard from Aaron and David Williams, who specialize in rapid genetic testing for different shrimp species. After we first aired that story, we caught up with them again at the Louisiana Shrimp Festival in New Orleans.
This is the onigiri.
David Williams says protecting our fishermen is more important than many people realize, and failing to do so would result in a complete loss of what makes Louisiana great.
This whole culture is based on commercial fishing, and if we don't have commercial fishermen, then we're going to end up with a Disney World type of coastal community.
The crew collected 11 shrimp samples at the festival and sent them off for testing to make sure they're not imported. They report all samples passed with flying colors.
You want the fritos? Want the fritos?
Later in Revoir, Louisiana, we take you to a Terrebonne Parish school getting some special attention. But next, we introduce you to a man keeping Louisiana French alive in his heart and online. We're back with more Au revoir, Louisiana. We've taken you down the coast to learn about land loss and shrimping industry problems. Now let's visit a Zachary family whose use of social media is helping people reconnect with their heritage, one that connects people across Louisiana.
You want the fritos?
You met Arthur Mathern earlier. Down the bayou, voices can sound like a different language.
Yeah, that's more than twice as big as that 10-footer.
But in Louisiana, it might be a different language.
I know all the basics, like when you get in the boat, the citoyen up there, right there, and do small, take it easy, and comment ça va, how you doing?
French.
I speak French. My parents hardly spoke English at all. My grandma didn't speak English at all. She was French, totally French speaking.
Words that resonate deep in our state's soul.
When I was younger, I spoke it pretty good.
Weren't always celebrated.
When I was in school and you talk French, they would punish you or slap you or tell you not to speak French.
There was a lot of prejudice, a lot of pressure.
Joshua Atwell knows this history well from his Cajun grandfather.
I asked him about French one day, and he actually got really upset. That's what he told me, is we don't speak that here.
Which is why what you're about to witness will surprise you on multiple levels.
Non, Tijo, ça c'est pas vrai.
Ah ouais! Mais corde dans ça, c'est la vraie chanson de la journée.
Bonjour les amis, comment ça va?
From a makeshift studio in his Zachary home,
Moi je la connais.
Joshua and the next Atwell generation bring what he calls Louisiana French to life.
Bonjour les amis, comment ça va?
The populations that have the highest percentage of French speakers are actually Native Americans.
We're talking, how did your grandparents speak French? And that's what we're pulling all these resources together to capture for you.
That history Atwell teaches right alongside the language. In a digital class with a growing student base from across the country.
Somewhere between 200 and 300.
Les yeux, les oreilles, la bouche, le nez.
It'll take a lot more to fill a gap U.S. Census numbers indicate is growing. In 2010, about 136,000 Louisianans said they speak French at home. By 2022, that number dropped by more than half to 68,000.
Language is like a code to culture. And so when the language that was spoken here since 1699 disappears, that culture over time is 100% going to disappear as well.
That gets to the heart of why Joshua is doing this.
Is that kickity boo? Is the Creole word, did I say that right? The Creole word for being dead, right? conversations that people have been able to have that they wouldn't have been able to have otherwise, that have been the biggest, I think, win for us.
And today's word of the day is
Suni. Conversations Joshua never got to have with his grandfather, the man society told lose the language.
I don't know what happened to him, but it wasn't good.
The man he now honors.
Oh, ça va bien, et toi? Oh, ça va bien bon. Oh, bien bon, ça c'est bon. Hey,
By preserving
ça
it.
c'est juste.
I think he would have seen the light. I think he would be really proud, honestly.
You can now find French immersion schools for kids across the state, a significant reversal from what kids experienced 100 years ago.
Ouais, bon travail, vous autres. Bon travail, vous autres.
Let's take a closer look at what U.S. Census data reveals about Louisiana French. Over the last half century, our state started to sound more like the rest of the country. Back in 1980, 7% of Louisianans spoke French at home, compared to a national average of 0.7%.
Mais vous autres, je suis pas sûr, mais je crois elle veut pas partir à cette heure.
Now, only 1.5% of Louisianans speak French at home. Florida, Washington, D.C., and Massachusetts all have higher percentages. In fact, Spanish is now the #2 most spoken language in Louisiana, hovering around 5%. This year, President Trump signed an executive order that, for the first time in history, designates English as the official language of the United States, a country that contains 350 languages. But the kids you're about to meet are focused on one. Coming up, we'll say au revoir in a small bayou community with big dreams. And a school recognized for its work saving our state's culture.
Ça, c'est pas le vrai costume.
That's after the break. Got a tip? Drop us a line and help us serve you. They say you can't judge a book by its cover. It's what's on the inside that counts. The kids at Pointe-à-Chien French Immersion School write a new chapter for Louisiana every time they step inside the classroom.
We need students, we need people to know about this school. This school is a very nice project.
Clotilde Poujade is a teacher here.
It's perfect.
Perfect for someone from France. To pass down her native language.
I wanted to get to know the Louisiana French, and I discovered that there are different French languages actually in Louisiana.
The French of France, Cajun French, and even the dialects spoken by indigenous Louisiana communities are all taught here. A language once on life support in Louisiana. Just like this building and school. Following Hurricane Ida in 2021, the impact still visible to this day.
This place is standing and we're teaching in it because of the community.
That year, this elementary school closed because of low enrollment. In 2023, the immersion school got the green light to move in, repairing the physical and emotional damages.
We spent the whole summer here painting, fixing holes. I have one of the parents that came and did my shelf in my classroom because it was broken from the storm.
From broken to groundbreaking. The work's gotten the attention of one very special visitor.
Okay, cool.
Laurent Billy is the French ambassador to the United States.
It's very moving.
He's visiting the school for the first time to celebrate rural Louisiana's commitment to bringing its history back.
It's always nice to see people that are dedicated to keep their culture alive.
J'ai perdu mon passeport.
Tu as perdu ton passeport?
No.
Billy says this school strengthens communities around Pointe-à-Chien and the ties between the U.S. and France.
It helps also for us to connect. I think it's a special a soft spot between France and the US also as well. So that's nice.
La blague qu'ils ont apprise cette semaine, alors.
Ah, ça, c'était une blague de ma jeunesse. Hop.
Pujad says it's an honor for these kids to be recognized by someone important like Billy.
They asked me, the first question was, how many ambassadors are there? And I said, one.
One ambassador.
Fromage.
A handful of teachers. And 64 kids with more on the way. You can judge a book on what's inside.
Fromage.
And Pujad says this is a true Louisiana masterpiece.
They get to understand that they can use their French to be a grown-up and work in this community.
We explored Louisiana's disappearing coast.
She wanted to go look at Manila Village, see what it looked like. I said, I can tell you what it looked like. It looked like water.
Faced shrimping struggles.
The shrimp prices would go up, things would change a lot. You'd have a lot more business.
Learned Louisiana French is fading.
My grandfather, I asked him about French one day, and he actually got really upset.
And met the next generation, poised to turn the tide.
That's exactly what Louisiana needs, so it's perfect.
At Louisiana First Investigates, we're committed to uncovering these stories and the ones still waiting to be told. You can count on us to follow the issues shaping our state, ask the hard questions, and hold the powerful accountable. Thank you for joining us for this Louisiana First Investigates special. For now, we'll say au revoir, Louisiane. Got a tip? Drop us a line and help us serve you.